the skies go black. You're in the fight, now no time to crack. Lock and load, blood and pride. Only the ruthless survive. This is the war for the crown of fire. Fueled by rage and battle desire. Immortal force, call your name. Viva la vida, ignites the flame. One will stand, the rest will crawl. Only the fiercest take it all. Take it all. Ghosts in the grass and drones in the sky. One mistake and it's goodbye. Shots ring out like a devil's choir. Burning through dreams and crossfire. No one lies when the storm sets in. Just shadows dancing on your skin. 50 squads went down in vain. Now 2 are left to stake their claim. No escape when the countdown screams. You live or die with shattered dreams. Heartbeats drum like a savage hymn. The crown ain't given, it's carved in skin. This is the war for the crown of fire. Fueled by rage and battle desire. Immortal force, call your name. Viva la vida, ignites the flame. One will stand, the rest will crawl. Only the fiercest take it all. Welcome to the reckoning. No rules, no reckoning. Just you, your will, and your fate. Can you carry the weight? Fire rains, your breath runs dry. Hear the roar, this is do or die. Blades clash, the victors cry. One last shot beneath the sky. This is the war for the crown of fire. The end begins with blood and wire. Immortals and demons lift the stage. Now only one can own the cage. 2 may fight, but one will rise to wear the crown beneath burning skies. Take it all. Take it all.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won, glory fades. You don't hear their calls anymore. And then your ultimate duty is to stand alongside your brothers and go down together. Ghost is down. Repeat, Ghost is...
Sponsored by IE,
Matik.
organized by VLV.
Mayaman.
Welcome to the Farmdrop, soldier. No gods here, just grit and lead. 100 warriors chase the flame, but only 2 will ride the end game. Hear the echoes through the smoke, cracked comms and broken hopes. Farmdrop falls like a battlefield hymn, where the steel-hearted rise are dim. No way back when the skies go black. You're in the fight, now no time to crack. Lock and load, blood and pride. Only the ruthless survive. This is the war for the crown of fire. Fueled by rage and battle desire. Immortal force, call
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Immortals Esports Farm Drop Tournament Season 2. And tonight is going to be the semi-finals of this tournament. And of course, we will be your shoutcaster for this evening. I am Damagori together with Siska. Siska, any opening that you want to say?
Hello guys, good evening. Wala si magandang gabi. Wala si magandang gabi dahil wala siyang kuryente.
Madiin yung gabi niya, no? Magandang
Oo,
gabi, no?
gabi.
Super correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kudos to you, brother. So sana siyempre maging okay na ang daloy ng inyong kuryente for that. For next time, of course, for your own purposes as well, right? But having that said, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be the semifinals of our Farmdrop tournament, and now I just really want to get some insights coming from the caster of yesterday. That's gonna be, of course, Siska, one of that, because I want to know a little bit of background story kung ano yung mga nangyari kahapon, which is, I believe, quarterfinals, right? So ano yung mga moment from yesterday, Siska?
We have 4 matches last night, and actually I could tell all of them has a different attack, like some of them, or the first match that we got is too slow, everyone is just taking their time
I
and
see.
making sure that they are not gonna get killed, since this is gonna be a placing system, not a kill system. Everyone wants just to stay up until the zone shrinks. So once the zone shrinks, that's gonna be this go signal for everyone. So, but for the match 2 up until to the match 4, I think it goes well. Like pretty good, seeing that all of them are being aggressive. Maybe they also watch the match 1 that it's so boring. It's so it's so like
I see. Yeah.
how do you call that? I could say that there is no gunfights at all. They are
Slow
just waiting
pace
for
talaga.
for the medic class to go, and that's it. Kasi nangyari talaga ng match 1, Kuya Gamogori, yun yung parang ayaw mo nang maulit. Kasi hindi sila nagkaroon ng gunfights totally.
Uh-huh.
It's just medic strat lang yung nangyari. Yung med strat, yung walang puto, nagkaroon naman. Siguro mga 10 lang na bala yung naiputok nila, pero after that wala na. Yes.
I
Promise,
see.
ganun talaga yung nangyari. So, I hope it's not gonna be the same for tonight. I hope it's gonna be good,
I definitely agree, and I hope that, of course, our semifinalists will give us the action pack that we want to see. Although, yes, you need to take in consideration na you need to be careful how you want to engage,
Yeah.
how you want to start the battle, how you want to start making noise and making sure na kaya mong kunin yung mga laban na kaya mong kunin. Because again, this is gonna be Farmdrop 4v4, team versus team. Walang sausaw, walang sasabit. This is just gonna be skills versus skills, and right now we are seeing on the screen that our first lineup, our first matchup for this evening is going to be your Leap and Bound X Anbu versus your Tiradores Ciclab. So with that said, kilala na nila kung sino yung kalaban nila. Just like again,
sure.
season 1 of our Farm Drop, they know what they're up against with. So they need to be careful kasi alam na nila kung anong kayang gawin ng bawat isa, right? So with
Yep.
that said, they want to be careful. They want to make sure that they're engaging what they can really engage. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, again, Immortals Esports Farm Drop Season 2 semifinals, our first match of the evening. We have Leap and Bound versus Tiradores Ciclab on a best of 5 series for the first match. And here we go!
Maaga tayong nagsimula ngayong gabi. Wala na tayong oras to tell what are the rules that we have for tonight. But let me just tell you, since this is not going to be so much pretty fast gameplay for everyone, they are just taking the time to get their own weapons. So basically, it's just going to be the same rules last night. So it's going to be placing system, and at the same time, whoever's going to be getting that 3 points, first 3 points, will be able to proceed on the finals. So, basically, lahat sila dito, no? Mamaya ay makakatanggap, or tomorrow ay makakatanggap sila ng kanilang mga prizes. They are just fighting for a position as of the moment, no? So, sabi ko nga kagabi, kung sino man makapasok, parang hindi ka naman problema dahil hindi ka nagsayang ng effort, no?
Definitely.
Yung top 1 up until to top 4 will be receiving their own prize. So, yeah, let's just gonna wait what's gonna happen here for this round number 1.
Exactly, and walang talo, no? I love that because pagpasok mo nga top 1, top 4, meron ka ng price. It's just a little bit of that placing and a little bit of difference when it comes to pricing yung paglalabanan. But now, mukhang there's gonna be some shots here coming from Leap Bad. Nagpaparamdam, binawasan ng konti si Tiradores Sara but not enough to take the kill. But now Bad here is really opening up the match. Lumapit pero si Bad will be knocked down by MCAV. Para mo Tiradores, MJ naman with a sniper. Knock it down Sara, there you go. Nagsisimula na ang balagbagan nila dito. Down after down after down. Now 2 players left for the Leap and Bound and I believe 2 players left as well for the Tiradores.
QV2, medyo mainit na labanan dahil sila ay nagharap-harapan agad dito sa ating number 1. We have here our team Live and Bound ended the game number 1. That's so good seeing that we have a sniper user from the team Live and Bound. It really helps at least to deal with the damage against the team Tiradores.
Yes. Yeah.
And actually, I can tell that it is also, you know, yung essential para sa ating Live and Bound that we all know that most of the players here will not use snipers. They will always go in front. But reverse psychology ang ginawa ng Live and Bound dito.
Got it. Now, quick question though. Kasi sinabi mo kanina na yung unang match kahapon is a slow pace. How about now? Is it too quick or just right on time?
Ibang-iba.
Yeah.
This is what I want. This is what we want. You know, this is the real fight that we are looking for. Since having that farm drop, we can tell that this is who is going to be the king of the farm. It's something like that.
Yes.
So you don't want to claim the name king of the farm drop by just having that medic class strat.
Okay, I
No?
agree.
So,
I agree. Yes.
Yun, may point na ganun. Ayoko mangyari yung ganun kasi parang hindi mo siya makiklaim as yours talaga kung mananalo ka lang sa med strat. You know? So,
I agree. And I think one more to bank up on that is gonna be the integrity of the team. Because for the lineups ng semifinals natin, again, Leap and Bound, Tiradores, Ciclab. We have later for Rigid TSG and Poison Ivy Achilles. These teams are known names. These teams are prominent teams pagdating sa competitive scene. So, they need to live up to the expectation. They really need to get that engagement. They really need to get those gunfights. So, technically, this farm drop tournament is not just about placing, not just about pricing, but also about the value and integrity of your team that you can really outshine the rest of the team. And I like what we're doing right now. Second game for our match number 1 between Leap and Bound and Tiradores Ciclab is now on its way. And again, just a heads up, Leap and Bound won the first match, so that's gonna be 1 point now for Unbound. So since this is best of 5, ang una makakabot ng 3 wins will proceed to the finals bukas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be still match number 1, but round number 2 between Leap and Bound and Tiradores Ciclab. And here we go!
Well, for the team Leap, I think they decided to go here on the second layer than on the first layer. No? Nung kahapon kasi, no, the Tiradores decided to go in front, no, makikipagsabayan sa babaan, no. This is a different attack and it shows, no, na they are depending, no, they are depending on the opponent itself. Gaano kabigat yung makakalaban. Feel ko ganun yung ginagawa nila, and if they know that this is just style lang, no, yung kumbaga fair play lang, fair match lang, kaya naman yung kalaban, pwede tayong makipagsabayan. But at some point, since we are already on the semifinals, hindi na biro yung team dito. Nasala na, no? Hindi na nila pwedeng gawin yung ganung bagay na makikipagsabayan, and you don't have, you know, 100% assurance that you will get your own weapon. So, probably that's the reason why they decided to at least, no, get their own spot, get their own layer for the farm so that they could get their own weapons.
I surely agree because now dito mag-engage mo na again, these players, these teams, they already know who they're up against with. So from that said, pwede na lang ibahin yung mga plano nila, strategy nila from time to time. And thank you so much again from our director na merong outline yung ating mapa. So I believe that also give us, you know, every one of us, even our viewers, an idea ano nga ba yung counted as the farm area with that outline being showed kanina lang. And now, we are kind of seeing these teams trying to check out one another. Nagpapakiramdaman pa, wala pang gusto sumugod, pero I believe they already know the location of one another, just checking it out, making sure that they have the right equipments to go by and they have the right, let's say, positioning before engaging with one another. But we can see that the team or players of the Leap and Bound is slowly closing in, creeping in against the Tiradores, while the Tiradores are now just trying to hold their position, waiting for maybe a mistake or a misstep coming from the Leap and Bound.
This is more slow than the round number 1, and it shows that the Team Tiradores, it is given for the Team Tiradores to at least get some time, buy some time in order for them to get a very perfect position. But on the Team Leap, we could see that even though they got a 1 point, they are making sure that the Team Tiradores won't be able to get at least 1 point. They don't want to get a revenge from the Team Tiradores. They don't want to get that. They don't want to receive that revenge. They want to make sure that this is gonna be 3-0 or 3-0. And actually, everyone is being so competitive right now because this is not just about the prize. I could tell that the prize is only a bonus for everyone. It's all about the exposure plus the highlights plus the dangal na meron sila, no? Ano bang tawag dito? Ma-measure din how good the team is, and at the same time, sino ang mas better sa kanila. It's sad to say that we always differentiate, but that's the reality. We always differentiate all the time. But this time, they already started the gameplay. We got one player that was being killed and finished off agad-agad. Kinuha agad yung isang puntos para sa ating mga taga-team Leap, pero counter-attack agad para sa ating Leap. Naku po, nagkabiwayan na rito. Nakakakita tayo ng magandang biwayan at shotgun ng gameplay, mga my bro. Makikipag-harapan, nag-slide jump ulit. Lumayo muna for the meantime si kuya mong Leap MJ.
There you have it. It's gonna be all-out brawl now, ladies and gentlemen. Leap players still with 2 players for their team, while the Tiradores, meron din silang dalawa dito, pero mukhang may isa pang matutuluyan from the Leap and Bound. So that's gonna be 2 players left. Another 2v2 scenario. Tiradores versus Leap. There you go. Glong. Tamang control ng ating Reach, doing a little bit of dust damage, but ooh la la, that's gonna be a knockdown right there. Now Medic comes into the play. It's gonna be a 1v1, MJ versus Amcab, and I think both of them are using Medic class. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm seeing Medic from the both of them, but they're now trying to go. Oh, there you go. The Tiradores or Amcab is going for the rescue para maitayo pa kanya kasama, pero susugurin na nga siya dito. Not giving that chance. A little bit of that shotgun, but ooh. Tiradores Amcab with a PP19 Bison will close that round number 2 for their match 1. So, pagdating sa puntos natin, it is a tie. All 1 point for Unbound, 1 point for Tiradores. And I agree with Ciscano sa sinabi na kanina. This is also about mentality. As much as possible, ayaw mong makakuha ng revenge yung kalaban mo sa'yo, just because of the fact na they can get their momentum rolling. Once again, makukuha nila yung momentum nila, yung rhythm nila, and probably a little bit of damage from the mentality of the opposing team. Kahit sino pa yan. Kasi nga, again, 4v4. Wala sa mindset mo na, ay, nasawasawan tayo. Ay, may sumingit.
Yeah.
Wala sa mindset mo yan. It's really mindset. Oh, exactly. That's your own mistake. That's your team's mistake na you lost on that battle. Making this, again, a little bit of a spicy match because it's not just about the gunplay. It's not just about the movement, but also the mentality that each players and team currently has.
At medyo mas nakakakaba dito. Sino makakalaban.
Yes,
Sino makakalaban, di ba? Kasi we have on the normal game, you don't know their names. You don't know who they are. No, exactly. Like the character, you don't know them. So, hindi mo alam kung sino nagsasawsawan at unless you heard the gunshots and they are in the kill feed.
Yes,
But basically here, once na example, bigyan kita ng idea, no? Ikaw mismo makakalaban mo 4K, your expectations are there. Yung mindset mo, parang nandun ka na sa point na shocks. Ang hirap ng kalaban natin, paano natin gagawan ng paraan. And that makes the how do you call that, yung chemistry ng team, dun din
Exactly.
gagana na
Exactly.
how
Exactly.
can they be flexible on farm in the farm drop, especially this is how do you call that, I could tell that they could change their game strat all the time kasi kapag hindi nag-work yung unang beses, meron pang second, meron pang third. Hindi katulad ng normal game natin, round elimination isang round lang. Diba?
Yep,
Semifinals dalawang round lang. So hindi ka pwede, you don't have any time to at least use your second plan, no? So
Yes.
dito sa farm drop matic, kayang-kaya nila nga gawa ng paraan yan, kuya.
I agree because again, best of 5, so that's chances of 5 rounds if and ever mag-push ng 5 rounds, but that also give you as a team, as a player, an opportunity really to play a little bit of plans. So kung anong plan A, plan B, up to Z ang meron ka, why not execute them, why not try them? But with that said, round number 3 of our match number 1 between Leap and Bound and Tiradores Ciclab is now going through again. Here we go!
Mainit na laban to dahil 1-1 ang laban natin ngayon. Walang umangat, walang bumabagsak, parehas silang gumagalaw, no? Pinapakita nila kung sino sila dito. And I could tell we are already on the semifinals. Because last night, we had 3-0. We had 2 match with 3-0 point. At this moment, we are just on the match number 1, but we already felt that semifinals is here already. No, mas bumigat yung bakbakan. Mas pinakita nila na hindi lang patapon, walang patapon dahil lahat salang-sala na rito sa ating semifinals. It's gonna be great, but the question is, who will get another point here on the game number 3? We are still having the same teams, same lineup, no subs. So, wala akong magagawa dito, Kuya Gamagori. Tamang ano ka lang, tamang gagawa ka na lang ng tawag dito. Gagawa ka na lang ng gagawin mong posible ang imposible.
Ooh, I love that, right? Exactly. Trying to, to turn the tables around into your favor because you again need to make sure you can capitalize on any scenario, on any misstep of these other teams can do. Kasi napakalaking bagay ng walang sausaw. Because again,
Yes.
if we're talking about regular match, your team can chill, relax. Pwede mo sabihin, maybe if you're the captain, pwede mo sabihin na, oy, wait natin na may sumausaw saka tayo sumali. But this time, walang ganon. Walang sausaw dito. Again, if you heard that gunshot, if you heard those footsteps, if you heard any noise, it's them. No other than. It's really gonna them. And there you go. Nagpaparamdam na nga dito agad si MCAB with that SMRS trying to maybe lure them around or lure them out of their position. Pero mukhang hindi din basta-basta kakagat doon ang ating mga unbound players. They're also now just trying to hold a little bit of that position. And what I'm seeing now on our round number 3, no? Parang almost the same position that we have from round number 2 or just the
Yes.
previous round. So, tingnan natin if this will be again in favor of Tiradores or maybe Leap and Bound has a little bit of a secret that they can pull up from their sleeves.
Well, I could tell that we have changes with regards on the class that they got because last night we could see like Scout, Medic class, we have Defender class user. I don't see some Ninja class user last night. So ngayon, I could tell that they are using the Ninja class. So I think that's gonna be a better choice than having the Scout because there is no point of having the Scout. You know, if someone is camping, you don't enter on a location that you don't know if there is opponent or not. So basically, they are all outside. So I think that's a better decision to have the Ninja class than the Scout. So at least you could get a very broad visual. But oh my god, like going back to the game, look at that. We have one guy that was being killed by just a grenade, and that's what you call utak, mga may bro, no? They really use that smart gameplay at this point. That's again the go signal for the side of the team lead. Tiradores, one player on the rooftop. Now they are going to push in. 4 players competing, kicking. He is being pressured as of the moment. We got here. One guy was been killed, but unfortunately, our Tiradores
wow.
will be wiped out on the game number 3.
Wow, that one frag grenade really calculated that match all throughout. So yun na nga yung sinasabi natin, just one opening and your team can really capitalize on it. Nung may na-down yung ating Unbound using that frag grenade, nagbato agad sila ng smoke bomber and then they relentlessly push against our Tiradores. So, update now on our score. It's now 2-1 in favor of our Leap and Bound. So just one more win and Unbound will proceed to the finals. If and only if they'll be able to get that one more win, or maybe Tiradores can still bank on it and humabol pa. Well, let us see.
This is gonna be much more exciting. It's just more pressure on the side of the team Tiradores because they are, the team Leap is ahead right now against them.
Yes.
So 2-1. The pressure is on the team Tiradores, and we just need that consistency on the side of the team Leap. This is gonna be good because probably the thing that I'm telling last night, Tiradores tried to go attack in front of the enemies with the same location. Same bahay,
Ooh.
lahat magbakbakan tayo sa unang segundo ng laban. Parang ganun ang ginawa ng Tiradores kahapon. And it
Okay.
actually works. I'm just not sure why they didn't try to do that. But maybe ngayon, no? Since this is match point on the side of the team Leap, maybe we could find this game strat once again on the team Tiradores.
Definitely agree. So kung yung pala nga ang nag-work sa Tiradores, now why not maybe
Yes.
pull that off this time around? Again, this is gonna be their final match if and only if. This is gonna be their final chance para bumawi pa, humabol sa pointing. And again, ladies and gentlemen, match number 1 between Leap and Bound versus Tiradores Siklab. Round number 4 is now starting again. Immortal Esports Farmdrop Tournament Season 2 semifinals, and here we go.
This is gonna be great if you guys are good on the measurement of the zone. You will know where is the good spot, where is the zone going in. I know someone kilala ko yung may kilala akong player na alam nila kung saan babagsak yung zone. You know who? That's Kuya
Who?
Sint.
Oh,
Kuya
amazing.
Sint know how to determine where is the zone going after that after the zone is shrink in. So that's how good it is. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin hindi mo predicted because someone knows it already, Someone knows how to measure it already. So hindi mo siya pwedeng sabihin hindi siya predicted kasi may isa ng tao ako kilala na alam kung saan babagsak ang zone. So dito, kung both team knows how to measure that, it will actually really help them to at least make sure that they will have their own advantage, not to be the first team to be deducted by the zone, to be deducted HP by the zone. So tingnan natin kung meron bang team or player na marunong sa ganun, That's a trivia lamang kasi narinig ko on the comms dahil manager ako ng 4K before. Narinig ko sa comms ni Kuya Sint na dito tayo sa position na to kasi dito babagsak yung zone. And yes, it really happened, It really happened na dun talaga bumagsak yung zone. And it's not the first time, second time, third time na narinig ko siya na ganun. Talagang alam niya, Kuya Gamagori, kung saan bumabagsak yung zone.
And that's what you call game experience, game sense,
Yeah.
and of course, game knowledge itself being portrayed by our 4K scene. So tingnan natin. And I believe that maybe some of these players already know the how-tos, but on how to execute them, on how to capitalize on knowing the drop point of the zone, yun magkakatalo. Doon natin makikita kung magagamit ba nila yung knowledge na yun to their extent? Magagamit ba nila yung knowledge na yun to their advantage? Well, let us see and find out. And mukhang iba naman ang drop point ng ating Tiradores ngayon. They're now taking this high ground. Let's see if they will be able to maybe win this one against our Leap and Bound, or probably Leap and Bound would really outshine them. So, let's find out. And still, Tiradores, nagkakamp lang sila dito. Not really camp. It's just holding their position, making sure that, again, they have cover on multiple angles, multiple places. And you can see our Leap and Bound players now going around the circle, making sure Nova gas into the play. Leap D with able with a chopper LMG man, natutumba na nga dito si Sarah from the Tiradores. Shockwave comes into the play, be able to get that kill. MJ will be taken out by one of the player of the Tiradores. Smoke Bomber comes into the play, nagkakadikitan a little bit of that Haimfire, and Glong able to take out D. Nagsimula na ang bardagulan. 2 players alive for our leap and bound, and for the Tiradores side naman, meron pa silang 3. So when it comes to the player count, lumalamang ng konti ang ating Tiradores.
Actually, dalawa yung natitira na lang sa leap and bound. I couldn't tell that they would be able to up one of the player. We have again one player that was been knocked down. Oh no, this is gonna be solo versus solo. This is gonna be 1v1 situation once again. Oh no, this is gonna be a great fight. I mean, I'm not sure what are their class, but this shows that the team Leap has a very perfect visual at this moment. He heard the footsteps. I'm just not sure what's gonna be the response coming from MCAV, but we all know MCAV is also a good player. So
Yeah.
this shouldn't be, you know, this should be decided very well, especially on the game position that they will be doing. With regards on the team Tiradores, that is not good enough for him to hold, but maybe, no, sabi ko nga, we cannot just tell, not unless they really execute their plan, the gameplay that they want, since there will be no commands anymore. Siya na lang yung magde-decide on his own. So, basically, tahimik dito, lahat ng patay, no? Lahat ng namatay tahimik na dito on this scenario. So, let's just check out, mat-test natin, ma-measure natin how good their decision making is, Kuya Gamagori.
I super agree. It's all about decision making now. Leap, Void versus Tiradores. MCAV, a Smoke Bomber comes into the play. Nakabawas ng konti, but again, MCAV is a medic class user. So meron siyang little bit of that advantage. Maubusan man siya ng plato, pwede siyang gumamit ng kanyang medic. However, for the side of Void naman, nasa kanyang movement speed and again, the capitalization coming from that Smoke Bomber class. And again, the pressure is surely on between these players. Again, it's just a 1v1 now. Wala na silang pwedeng aasahan. Pag may narinig kang footstep, pag may narinig kang ingay, alam mong yun na yun. Alam mong siya na yun. And also, knowing the lineup, MCAV know na si Void yung kalaban niya, and Void knows na si MCAV yung kalaban niya. So again, a little bit of battle of that mentality. Zone is already closing in, but they're not allowed to go outside. They're not allowed to, went out bounds of this farm location. Void is also trying to capitalize. Nasa dulo-dulo lang ng ating farm outline. MCAV feeling comfortable, feeling confident because why not? He's a medic class. He can really stay in without crossing out the boundaries. Pero this is a different scenario for Void. But now, ang lamang dito ni Void ay yung kanyang movement speed because of that damage coming from the zone, capitalizing the passive of that Smoke Bomber class.
Basically, V should be aggressive right now, or else he will die outside of the zone. MK will just, maximize his passive, his skill to have that medic class user. So, for the end of V right now, he got a very perfect visual. I mean, I'm just not sure if we have a troubles coming from Lip V, but if there is, I think nagamit na dapat niya yun ngayon, di ba? So for sure wala siya dito. Open dito si MCAV, but MCAV decided to go back on that position. Again, he is a medic class user. I could tell the pressure is on the side of Lip V, even though he was the one who's trying to at least to try to be aggressive and approach to the side of MCAV, but MCAV, man, you can just stay you can just stay outside of the zone for a while and just wait for Lip V to die outside of the zone. I'm just not sure why he keeps on running, you just camp and you just wait. But maybe, maybe MCAV is not sure who is the last guy or what is the last guy class. So that's why this is the time for V to go push in. Oh my gulay. Even though medic class user ang kanyang kalaban, believe it or not, kung ako yung nasa position ni MCAV, hindi man ako sure or sure man ako na medic class user yung kalaban ko, makikipagretrata na lang ako sa medic class. Seryoso.
Yeah.
Kasi parang 50-50 pa rin naman yun eh. Kung pares kayong mag-camp, that's 50-50 pa rin. Pero kung hahayaan mo siyang ratratin ka lang ng ratratin at ikaw ay nandun lamang, na may visual yung Smoke Bomber user, lugi ka talaga, lalo na kapag nakipagtutukan ka.
Exactly.
So,
I definitely agree. So, knowing na MCAB is a medic user, pwede sana nang i-capitalize yon na I think meron na siyang idea. Smoke bomber yung last ng kalaban. So, pwede
yeah.
na sanang pitik-pitikin lang. Bawasan lang yung armor and let the zone do its job. Kasi pag nabawasan man ng todo naman ang ating opposing player from the leap, hindi naman siya makakapag-heal. Kung sakali man, armor lang. But his HP itself, hindi na, mahihirapan na siyang ibalik yon. But, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, for our semifinals match number 1, Leap and Bound will take the win and they will be proceeding sa finals tomorrow evening. Pero, for the Tiradores Club naman, stay tuned. Dyan lang kayo. Wag muna kayong aalis because Tiradores still have the chance para sa ating third match of the evening, battling for the second and third place of this tournament.
Magandang bakbakan. Meron tayong second match pa for our semifinals. We will be right back after a short break. Once again, this is our Immortals Esports Farmdrop tournament. Guys, again, don't forget to like and share the stream and comment exclamation point notified. Thank you.
Farmdrop Tournament Season 2 is brought to you by Immortals Esports. Organised by Viva La Vida Events and production by Tornabus. Please don't go away, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome to the Farmdrop, soldier. Your God's here, just grit and lead. 100 warriors chase the flame, but only 2 will ride the end game. Hear the echoes through the smoke, cracked comms and broken hopes. Farmdrop falls like a battlefield hymn, where the steel-hearted rise are dim. No way back when the skies go black. You're in the fight, now no time to crack. Lock and load, blood and pride. Only the ruthless survive. This is the war for the crown of fire. Fueled by rage and battle desire. Immortal force, call your name. Viva la vida, ignites the flame. One will stand, the rest will crawl. Only the fiercest take it all.
Kung
Yeah,
PC, nakabukas
exactly.
lahat, nandito tayo,
Welcome to the Farmdrop, soldier. Your God's here, just grit and lead. 100 warriors chase the flame, but only 2 will ride the end game. Hear the echoes through the smoke, cracked comms and broken hopes. Farmdrop falls like a battlefield hymn, where the steel-hearted rise are dim. No way back when the skies go black. You're in the fight, now no time to crack. Lock and load, blood and pride. Only the ruthless survive. This is the war for the crown of fire. Fueled by rage and battle desire. Immortal force, call your name. Viva la vida, ignites the flame. One will stand, the rest will crawl. Only the fiercest take it all. Take it all. Ghosts in the grass and drones in the sky. One mistake and it's goodbye. Shots ring out like a devil's choir, burning through dreams and crossfire. No lies when the storm sets in, just shadows dancing on your skin. 50 squads went down in vain, now 2 are left to stake their claim. No escape when the countdown screams. You live or die with shattered dreams. Heartbeats drum like a savage hymn. The crown ain't given, it's carved in skin. This is the war for the crown of fire. Fueled by rage and battle desire. Immortal force, call your name. Viva la vida, ignites the flame. One will stand, the rest will crawl. fly. Hear the roar, this is do or die. Blades clash, the victor's cry. One last shot beneath the sky. This is the war for the crown of fire. The end begins with blood and wire. Immortals and Viva lit the stage. Now only one can own the cage. Two may fight, but one will rise to wear the crown beneath burning skies. Take it all. Take it all.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is your Immortals Esports, a Farmdrop Tournament Season 2 semifinals, and still your shoutcaster for the evening. I'm Gamagori. Together with me is your Ate Siska. And now, no, kasi masyadong mabilis yung ating daloy kaninang match number 1, dire-diretso. This is now the opportunity for us to at least realign. Ano nga ba yung mga rules and prize pool natin? Take it away, Siska.
Well, for our rules for tonight, of course, no, ang ating basic rules, no revive class. Syempre, bawal nga kayo mag-revive, tapos mag-revive class kayo.
Kulit mo naman, no?
Ang kulit mo naman nun. Hindi ka karmay nun. Charis. No burst SG. Ayan. Speaking of burst shotgun, dapat, ano ang tawag dito? Hindi unbothered hindi lip unbound dapat ang panalo kahapon. Ang expected namin
really?
panalo kahapon, yes, ang unbothered. Yan.
Oh.
Yun ang expected namin panalo kahapon. Pero, nag-burst shotgun pala. So, basically, napunta yung puntos sa side ng lip unbound, tapos nagkaroon ng isa pang match. Tapos, ang bakbakan, lip unbound ang nanalo. So, ganun kahalaga, no, yung pag-follow ng rules. No rage quitting, of course. Wawulo na lang kayo, magkukwit pa.
Iyo mo pa yung kasama mo, no? Pwede ka pa sana ma-up, no?
Oo. No using of smurf accounts, no trash talks. Sayang. No spamming of execution. Sayang. Ayan, no solo, duo, trio, starting quarters to finals. Ayan, bawal kayong incomplete, no? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, apat, wawalo na lang kayo, kulang pa kayo. And basically, bawal mag-dog tag. Kaya yan ang golden rule sa Farmdrop, no. Bawal mag-dog tag. Babigla ka bumalik sa revival eh. Bumalik sa bakba, may bagong buhay. And 1 kill is equivalent to 1 point, guys. And of course, teams with the incomplete members during the semifinals to finals will have their slot automatically forfeited or voided. No exceptions will be made. Ayan, wala tayong VIP. And of course, Kuya Gambogori, yung ating prize pool.
For sure. Yes, for our prize pool, we have a total of 10,000 pesos. Ito ang pinaglalabanan ng ating mga teams and players for this Farmdrop tournament. With the champion taking home 4,500. First place naman mag-uuwi ng 2,500. And yung ating, take note, second and third place, same lang ang price na matatanggap nila, which is 1,500, which is paglalabanan pa mamaya for the match number 3 ng ating semifinals. Pero yung paglalabanan nila is only
Dangal.
for the placing. Yung dangal na yung banner mo ay second place
Dangal.
or third
Oo.
place. Pero for the price itself, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be 1,500. So I hope that also clear some of the questions that you have on your minds.
This is gonna be a great fight. Think Rigid TSG YBC plus Poison Ivy Atlas. This is almost the same as last night because Rigid Esports before, no, ang nakatapat ng Rigid Esports kahapon mabigat din. Mabigat din. Lip main. Lip main ang nakasabayan nila, but unfortunately, Lip main didn't able to at least proceed on the semi-finals. Yun yung mga sitwasyon na ayaw natin sana magkasabay pero wala tayong magagawa kasi it's, randomizer.
Randomized,
no? Talagang,
yes.
ni-randomize natin to ensure that there will be no bias on the match we got on the brackets, no? Pero dito, kung mainit yung laban kahapon, so for sure, mas mainit yung laban ngayon, no? Kasi sa semifinals tayo, plus Poison Ivy, Atlas, we know them, this is, how do you call that? One of the team who is part of the top teams on the leaderboard. And of course, Rigid,
Exactly.
di ka magtatanong. Kahit di mo na sabihin yan, boy. Mati, kumbaga panahon ng dinosaur, nandito na tong mga to. So, di na ako magtataka bakit ganito ka well-built yung kanilang chemistry with each other.
I definitely agree, no? Kasi itong mga players ng Rigid natin, basically, sila na yun magkakasama. Malilipat man ng team, malilipat man ng clan, pero sila pa rin yung connection nila. The chemistry itself is already given. But again, ladies and gentlemen, for our semifinals match number 2, we will be having Rigid TSG YBC, and that's gonna be Secret, Stellar, Ina, is that Ina? And Shy versus your Poison Ivy, Achilles, and that's gonna be Sacred, PJ, Kyle, and... Sorry, I have a very bad eyesight. Is that Mary or Perry? Mary.
Pati ako
Si
na
Scandal wapit.
Alam mo yung meron na akong salamin. Napazoom in ka talaga eh. Hindi mo, ito yung point na hindi lang kami nasa-shoutcast. We are trying to maximize yung mga details na meron tayo dito, no?
Exactly.
Ay,
Hindi lang siya
sayang
puro
naman
boka,
yung
no?
visual.
Oo.
Sayang naman yung visual. Bakit di natin i-emphasize, no? Yung mga ganun-ganun post ng mga bossing natin dito, diba? Bem, ganun. Eh, sabi ni Secret, no?
There you go. So again, these teams, these players are already known sa competitive era or sa competitive side ng ating CODM. So the expectation is already there. The only question right now is that will Rigid or Poison Ivy Achilles will live up to that expectation, or is it gonna go sideways, or is it gonna go south, diba? Yan yung mga dapat natin abangan kung
is it
yung
gonna go north or south?
Is it gonna go north, south, or maybe east or west? But for that said, tingnan natin kung uubra ba dito yung mga sayawan nila Secret, nila Stellar. Tingnan natin kung uubra ba yung mga solid na tutok dito, nila Kyle, nila Mary. So that's something that we need to find out as soon as our match number 2 start. Pero siguro to, no, just a very hot take, very hot question. Since you already basically uses, kaya nakita mo yung kahapon ng Farmdrop. Based from the gameplay na pinakita ni Rigid and ni Poison Ivy, saan sila sa tingin mo maglalamang?
Wala, ayoko na lang. Baka mamaya bias pa ako eh. Hindi kasi they are almost the same eh. Pero iba kasi yung iba kasi yung effect ng walang snowboard.
I agree. Okay.
Ibang iba. We knew Rigid Esports are good at that. You know?
Yes.
Like, na ma-maximize talaga nila yung snowboard. Pero, since Farmdrop lang to, walang snowboard, tutok sa tutok lang alabanan, utak sa utak. Minsan kasi, it's all about the luck as well, no? Kung gaano ka kaswerte sa mga mapupulot mong mga weapons. At the same time, you don't know actually, like, how do you call that? Kung sasabay ba sila? Like, it's so, sabi ko nga, since maliit yung mapa, sobrang bilis magbago ng isip ng lahat, for sure.
Exactly.
And they will always find a way to counterattack the opponent. Yung strategy ng meron ang opponent. So, yeah, I cannot, to be honest, kahit siguro tanungin mo kung sino yung ID, kung sinong, or may idea ba kung sino mananalo dito. I cannot say that because this is a different, game mode that we could tell. So, hindi. Kung siguro normal game, matik, di ba? Masasabi mo, Rigid Esports may lamang. Pero iba to eh. Walang arsenal, walang snowboard, walang
upgrade,
walang sausaw, walang upgrade. So, walang jackpot shotgun, This is way big difference from the normal game that we will see. So, yeah.
And I agree, no. Now that I have thought about it, ibang-iba nga rin talaga yung feeling. So, nandun yung game sense, of course. Kung may game sense ka, that's all good. May tutok ka, may galaw ka, all good. Pero I agree, definitely with Siskana, with this kind of tournament, luck is also in play. A little bit ng swerte kung ano yung makukuha mo, kung saan ka pupunta, ano yung mga gamit na makukuha mo from the get-go. Unless you have the gift of God na you are a perfect mathematician that you can, calculate the probability, no? If you have that, then oh my goodness me. Statistic-wise, right? But having that said, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is your IE Farmdrop Tournament Season 2 Semifinals, match number 2, round number 1 between Rigid TSG YBC against your Poison Ivy Achilles. And here we go.
We have both of the team. Of course, they'll be dropping off at the farm. But the good thing is, you know, the farm is in the high tier right now. So basically, you know, maganda yung mga weapons na makukuha nila dito. Hindi ko alam kung totoo tong high tier na to. Pero pag nasa
Nag-RG to.
game, normal game, nag-RG ako, kung ano yung high tier, yun yung pangit yung loot. Ano lang ba? Pero na-feel ko yung ganun, no? All the time na even though they are high tier, I could tell na hindi siya ganun kaganda yung weapon. Maraming gold pero hindi ganun kaganda, no? Yung mga loots talaga. Pero ito na, pinresyo na agad ni Kuya Mong Kyle dito ang ating kalaban from the Team Rigid Esports, but a good counter attack as well, no? Mayroong nakatingin kay Kuya Mong Ina dito sa ating second layer. Medyo mabilis yung bakbakan. He was almost big up down at time. And yes, Sacred. See, this is what I'm telling, you know. Hindi natin alam kung anong pwede mangyari because it's all about their precision. It's all about how can they execute their gameplay with regards on the Farmdrop tournament. And right now, the Region Esports are now going down to the last 2 players. Down to the last player, man. Hello.
What?
This is... Wow.
Sinaglit.
Sinaglit talaga.
There you have it. That's gonna be it for the round number 1 of our semifinals match number 2 between Rigid TSG and Poison Ivy Achilles, with your team of Poison Ivy getting that dub. And I think yung denominator dito is their aggressiveness. Nung nakita sila ng player, may hawak na silang baril, kahit anong baril pa yan, they already pointed at it. Oo, bahala na si Batman. Balagbagan agad, binaril agad, and that actually went into the favor of our Poison Ivy Achilles. But again, first round pa lang naman tayo. Maybe they're just starting up. Maybe they're just warming up. So let's see if the Poison Ivy Achilles will be able to play aggressively, consistently, or this time is it gonna be the Rigid TSG na makakabawi, knowing na ganun pala ang gameplay ni Poison Ivy. So the question is, how will they retaliate against that kind of gameplay? Or baka mali mo maging consistent si Poison Ivy na laging magwagi yung kanilang aggressive gameplay. But it's actually a surprise na, not really a super surprise, but it's more of a fact na tinapos agad, right? Sinaglit agad ng ating Ivy Achilles ang ating Rigid TSG. And that's actually a shocker in that kind of manner, because we also know that Rigid, or the players of Rigid, are aggressive in their own ways. But also, because of what they've done already for the past few tournaments, kilala din natin si Rigid na comeback king, right? These players can really play a comeback. These players can really turn the tables around into their favor. But again, this is not just any normal tournament. This is just 4v4. Walang sausa, walang timing. Kasi on this kind of scenario, the perfect timing is right now. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, semifinals match number 2 between Rigid and Poison Ivy. Round number 2. Tingnan natin kung sino naman na magwawagi on this kind of gameplay. And here we go.
Napakalaking eye-opener para sa ating Rigid Esports na hindi madali ang kanilang kalaban. No, ito ay isang magandang lesson for everyone that not because you were top on the normal game, on the normal battle royale mode, it's gonna be the same on the farm job. This is what I'm telling. We got our own strength and weaknesses, and I think this time the Poison Ivy got their very perfect strength to defeat or to take down the team Rigid Esports. Now the question is, it's gonna be a challenge on the side of the team Rigid. How can they flip the result that we got from the round or for the game number 1? This is actually so good to see that as what you've said, I agree that the Rigid Esports are good, no, bouncing back, or most of the time, no, round 1 nagpapabugbog, pero round 2, round 3 medyo namumulagat sila or namumulat sila sa sitwasyon na kailangan nilang bumawi. So, feel ko ano rin yun, no? Yung parang start din ng momentum nila na they need to wake up, no? Wake up on na hindi ganoon kadali yung magiging kalaban natin. Napansin kasi Secret dito, Kuya Gamugori, parang hindi siya gumagalaw, no? I'm just not sure if he is, oh my kulay, my bro. This is gonna be a big problem, Kuya.
I super agree kasi again, for walo na nga lang kayo, diba? 4v4 na nga lang kayo. Medyo nagkakaroon pa ng difficulties yung isa nating player. And actually, that is a huge factor because if Sekra hindi siya makaka-reconnect or mababalik man kung ano yung dapat nang ibalik, then the situation right now is 3v4 with Sekra just out in the open. Pero tingnan natin if Sekra will be able to make it back in time, but so far mukhang hindi pa naman siya napapansin ng mga players ng ating Ivy. They don't know it just yet and they're not really capitalizing on it. But Ivy Sekra with a sniper, sumilip ng konti, walang nakita, will just be bouncing back on that. And Derek, thank you so much. There you go. So we are now showcasing a little bit of that skin coming from Sekra. Look at the details on that. Look at the katana. Look at the eye patch. Oh, there you go. There, kailangan lang pala ng spotlight. Yun naman pala, kailangan. Baka yun yung goal niya.
Okay,
no,
gawin
sis
mo
Kawa.
dalawang screen yan. Itutok mo lang kay Sekre para gumalaw siya ng gumalaw.
Oo.
Yun lang pala. Yun
Gusto
lang
pala
pala
muna
kailangan.
mag-flex ng skin.
Hindi
I
niya
see.
sinabi, di sana 8 screen yung pinakita
Oo.
namin dito, di ba?
Sana nag-message kayo para at least alam namin paano natin i-flow. But kidding around, there you go. Good job. Sekra is back into the action. So now back in square one, 4 versus 4. And the team of Poison Ivy again is slowly creeping in, closing in the distance. Pero this time, hindi na naging aggressive ang ating Poison Ivy. They take their time. Now, tingnan natin kung yung ganitong approach ng passiveness will go to the side of the team TSG or will still go to the Poison Ivy.
They should be thankful that the team Poison Ivy didn't, do the same way that they did on the round number 1. Because if the team Poison Ivy did the same routine, same gameplay, patay na dapat si Sekre ngayon. 'Di ba? Kasi aggressive ng Poison Ivy. Makakita ng kalaban, matik, barilin agad. Magbawas ka agad. Kahit hindi mamatay, basta bawasan mo, yun na yun. Pero dito, Rigid Esports, nakakaamoy ako ng comeback yata rin sa ating mga taga-team Rigid. Nakapatay ng isa pero inagad ay napatay rin dito sa puntong ito. May malilikuran. Poison Ivy tuloy-tuloy na nagpapatumba ng mga taga-team Rigid Esports pero biniway ni Sekre. Unti-unting tumutumba at nadadapa ang mga player from the team Poison Ivy. I think this is gonna be a 1v1 or 2v2 situation. Everyone is being pressured right now and getting crazy since we are just on the same spot. We are just on at the church. So the question is, who is gonna be the better one to end the game on round number 2? Pressuring right now the side of the team Poison Ivy, making sure that we will be able to finish off again 2v1 in favor of Poison Ivy.
My goodness, may kung sino pa yung late dumating, siya pa yung pumaldo ng mga BY15
no.
niya, no? Sekre with that highlight. Now, it's gonna be 1v2. Napapalibutan na siya, iniikutan na ng ating mga players. Sumugod ng diretso from the top and BY15 doing the job. Hit mark pero hindi tumalab and Mary will deal that final bullet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now 2-0 in favor of your Poison Ivy Achilles. Again, 2-0 in favor ng ating Poison Ivy Achilles. So, now, ito ngayon yung thought, no? Yung thought na pumapasok sa akin, no? Is Rigid really gonna play for a comeback? Or hindi lang talaga nila araw ngayon? So, let's see if the Poison Ivy will really be able to push, right? To push their luck this time around, to push their skills. And again, Poison Ivy Achilles right now is really showing us that they are capable of doing such feat. And they are. 2-0 in favor of Ivy Achilles, even though first game, round number 1, Poison Ivy Achilles played aggressively, worked out really well for their team. Round number 2, they played passive-aggressive, but still in their favor. So, that is again, I agree with ito. I'm gonna bank on what Siska said kanina, eye-opener for the team of Rigid TSG na hindi talaga basta-basta yung kalaban nila. And again, it's just 4v4. Walang snowboard, walang sausaw, walang class upgrade. So what can you do, Rigid TSG YBC, with just the base game knowledge that you have right now to maybe turn the tables around? Or is it gonna be really going for the favor of the Poison Ivy Achilles?
Masakit to sa part ng Rigid Esports. I mean, yung ego kasi nandun
Yeah.
Yung ego, hindi madaling matanggap to. And I hope they won't let the Poison Ivy Achilles to get 3-0. That's sobrang sakit, boy. Ang hirap tanggapin po. Kung ako yung nasa posisyon ng Rigid, parang hindi ako makakatulog ng maayos sa nangyari. Di ba? 3-0, it's like 3 chances and you got nothing. Something like that, my bro. So, I hope they will, they will try to at least get 1 point. O malay natin,
Exactly.
makakuha ng, making the impossible to possible again from 0 to hero.
Exactly.
No? Pero,
Exactly.
tignan natin on what's gonna happen kay Gamagori.
I super agree. So for Rigid TSG, maybe not do it just because of the price, maybe not do it because of the placing, maybe not do it for yourselves, but maybe do it for your fans out there. And for Poison Ivy Achilles, you are doing good. You are doing great. Turning the tables, outshining this one. And Mary agad-agad able to take out Stellar with that RUS SMG right on the get-go. Si Kyle naman dito madadali din agad. Sinere ng isa pang player ng ating RGD. Ladies and gentlemen, for V2 scenario. There you go. Ina pumalag with that CBR4. Makakapitas ng dalawa. That's gonna be Kyle play taken out into the equation. But now it's gonna be 2 versus 2. Nagpantay ulit yung numbers natin between the players around. Meron pang isang nakanato na pwede pang maitayo. Kung maitatayo, but looks like it's a no. Kinuluyan na ng ating RGD. Ladies and gentlemen, back to that square field. It's gonna be 2 versus 2. And medyo nagkaroon ng a little bit of disengagement. Load up and prepare themselves for the next bout that they'll be having just inside of this round.
Kinakabahan ako, grabe. Hindi ako kinakabahan sa price. Kinakabahan ako sa mga imahe nila na inaalagaan.
Sa dangan, no? Yeah.
After this, they will stream and they will ask, bakit ganun, Lods? Ba't kayo tinalo ng ganyan lang, di ba? Yung mga ganun tipo talaga na they will go to your live stream para mang-asar. May ganun scenario. Kaya yun yung
Exactly.
na-i-experience, especially on to pro scene. Yun yung mga ang hirap tanggapin. Yung tipong gusto mo lang i-block na lang yung commenter. Pero wala ka magkagawa. Kailangan mo tanggapin yun. And hindi araw-araw birthday mo. Hindi araw-araw masaya ka. Hindi araw-araw ikaw lang ang nasa taas. That's the reason why they need to keep on learning. They need to keep, they need to be updated all the time. Kasi
Yes.
isang araw na hindi ka maglaro, may isang player na mas lumalakas kaysa sa'yo. So that's the essence of scrimmage. Doon pumapasok yung scrimmage, yung araw-araw na paghahasa sa paglalaro ng CODM or ng Call of Duty Mobile. So I am still excited up until now. Excited na kinakabahan na hindi ko alam. Dahil sabi ko nga, I don't have any bias for both of the team. They are both good. But it's just, hindi ko matanggap na may isang team na hindi makakapasok in the finals.
There you have it. I super agree right there because again, now hindi lang to basta prize pool, it's about the integrity of their team. At now, nagsimula na naman ang balag-balag nila. Smoke Bama comes into the play. Ivy, Sacred, and Mary versus RGD, Ina, and Secre. Misdirection comes into the play. Time from Ivy, Sacred. Si Mary naman dito, chilling a little bit. Nagpapawala ng bala si Ina. A little bit of that wall bang, pero tatama. Basag ang armor, but not enough to take that kill just yet. And I believe nag-iingay na ang mga players, ang mga fans, ang mga kapamilya ng ating Poison Ivy Achilles, and all together with the Rigid TSG YBC. The cheer again. This is the really moment, ladies and gentlemen. Spam that comments, show your support and love for the favorite team between your Rigid and Poison Ivy. Pero si Mary dito mapapatumba sa Secre from that engagement. 1v2 right now. Ladies and gentlemen, tingnan natin anong magagawa ni Ina versus Sacred and Mary of the Poison Ivy. A little bit of that shockwave coming along, pero walang tatamaan from that side. Ina dito with a low armor, but Poison Ivy Achilles will be able to bag the win. 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we all know how relentless, we all know the power of Rigid TSGY BC, but now this is an eye-opener for everyone. Hindi lang sa atin, again, this is for everyone, that Poison Ivy Achilles do have what it takes pag ang usapan ay 4v4. That's gonna be 3-0, ladies and gentlemen, in favor of Poison Ivy Achilles. So with that said, congratulations, Ivy. You guys will be proceeding sa finals natin bukas. And now, ang ating Rigid naman, And also yung kanina, which is Tiradores, that's gonna be for the semifinals, match number 3. Battle for placement ng ating second and third. But again, the prize pool will be the same. Pero titingnan natin yan a little bit later. That's again between Tiradores Ciclab versus Rigid TSG YBC after a short break.
Farmdrop Tournament Season 2 is brought to you by Immortals Esports. Organised by Viva La Vida Events and production by Tornabus. Please don't go away, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome to the Farmdrop, soldier. Look out here, just grit and lead. 100 warriors chase the flame, but only 2 will ride the end game. Hear the echoes through the smoke, cracked comms and broken hopes. Farmdrop falls like a battlefield hymn, where the steel-hearted rise are dim. No way back when the skies go black. You're in the fight now, no time to crack. Lock and load, blood and pride. Only the ruthless survive. This is the war for the crown of fire. Fueled by rage and battle desire. Immortal force, call your name. Viva la vida, ignites the flame. One will stand, the rest will crawl. Only the fiercest take it all. Take it all. Ghosts in the grass and drones in the sky. One mistake and it's goodbye. Shots ring out like a devil's choir, burning through dreams and crossfire. No lies when the storm sets in, just shadows dancing on your skin. 50 squads went down in vain, now 2 are left to stake their claim. No escape when the countdown screams. You live or die with shattered dreams. Heartbeats drum like a savage hymn. The crown ain't given, it's carved in skin. This is the war for the crown of fire. Fueled by rage and battle desire. Immortal sports, call your name. Viva la vida, ignites the flame. One will stand, the rest will crawl. Only the fiercest take it all. Welcome to the reckoning. No rules, no reckoning. Just you, your will, and your fate. Can you carry the weight? Fire rains, your breath runs dry. Hear the roar, this is do or die. Blades clash, the victor's cry. One last shot beneath the sky. This is the war for the crown of fire. The end begins with blood and wire. Immortals and Viva lit the stage. Now only one can own the cage. 2 may fight, but one will rise to wear the crown beneath burning skies. Take it all. Take it all.
The cruelest battles always happen in the most beautiful places. Not this time. When you're fighting for your life, nothing else matters. Until victory is won, glory fades. You don't hear their calls anymore. And then your ultimate duty is to stand alongside your brothers and go down together.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, welcome to Immortals Esports Farmdrop Tournament Season 2 and still your shoutcasters, Yamagori, together with Siska. So, natapos na yung ating main matches for the semifinals. Again, ang unang nagwagi natin, that's gonna be Leap Unbound proceeding sa ating grand finals bukas. And also, Poison Ivy Achilles will be taking that spot tomorrow. So again, abangan nyo, bukas ang maglalaban ay Leap Unbound Anbu versus your Poison Ivy Achilles. This is gonna be an exciting match, so abangan natin yan bukas. But before we talk about the happenings for tomorrow, let's talk about now the final semifinals match of the evening, and that's gonna be between Tiradores Ciclab and your Rigid TSG YBC battling for the placement. Kung sino mananalo, siya yung second place. Kung sino yung matatalo, siya yung third place. Pero again, same lang naman yung prize pool. So that's gonna be 1-5 for both of them. So tama yung sinabi ni Siska kanina. Yung point na umabot ka ng semifinals, panalo ka na. Meron ka ng bonus, meron ka ng prize na makukuha. It's just that nadangal. Yun na lang yung paglalabanan niya dito. Your exposure, your team integrity,
the title itself.
yes, will be battling it out. Now, let's see kung ano mangyayari. Tignan natin if that's gonna be the scenario. But now, our organizers is trying to settle things out and tignan natin kung ano mangyayari. But with that said, no, it just really, no, pinag-uusapan namin kanina behind the scenes, no, during the break time na minsan araw lang talaga, no? Maybe this is not really your day. Kahit sinong team to, I'm being general here. We are being general here. May mga point na this is not your day. Maybe something to do with your personal life, maybe something to do with your technical shenanigans, connection, diba? So, but that alone wouldn't be enough to, devalue what you already have. It's just that hindi mo lang araw ngayon, right? Siska, anything you wanna add on that?
And yan, sabi ko nga kanina, diba? Hindi araw-araw birthday mo. And it's the same feeling sa tawag dito ba? Hindi pwedeng all the time ikaw lang ang nagahari. Kaya nga pag sa politics, it's not all the time we have just one, president lang na uupo. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Kailangan kasi you cannot say that you are growing if ikaw lang ng ikaw nandoon.
Agree.
Diba? You cannot measure yourself how good you are not unless merong tumalo sa'yo. So that's also, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, it's actually basic word yung eye opener, but it has a lot of meaning, no?
It is.
Napaka broad ng meaning na yun. And it depends on you how are you going to take it. So talagang kumbaga lahat ng nangyayari kasi especially on the competition scene, sabi ko nga it's all about adjustments all the time sa industry ng esports.
Yes.
Even on the roster, even on the gameplay, even on the game itself. That's why we have something you called update, no?
Updates.
So nangyayari 'yun talaga sa lahat ng bagay. So kaya kung if ever man, sabi nga ni Kuya Gamagor na it's not your day today, there's still tomorrow, no? Meron pang another next day. So marami pang tournaments na paparating, but the problem is, yun ang magiging problema if you will not take it as a lesson, Yun yung pangit, yung wala kang natutunan sa araw na to. Wala kang nag-gain na knowledge. At you will keep on repeating the same mistakes that you did right now. So, yun yung pangit. Pero, as long as hindi mo gagawin yun, that means may naitulong yung tournament na ito para sa'yo. So, yun lang naman.
Exactly. So, nakakatuwa na, Siska. So, now, on this little segment, para tayo naging mini podcast talking about some generalistic advice, diba? Because, honestly, I super agree with you na day by day, meron ka talagang learning or knowledge that you will be able to pick up. So, it's really up to you kung ano yung mga learnings na yun that you will be keeping. And then the others that you think that's gonna be irrelevant to you, then no worries. That's really up to you. But now, Jazz, there you go. Let's see. Give me 2 sec here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just received the update coming from our organizers, coming from our mission control. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the team Rigid TSG won't be joining us anymore for the semifinals. So with that said, it's going to be automatic. Tiradores Ciclab will be crowned as the second placer of this tournament, and Rigid TSG YBC will be crowned the third place of the evening.
Blueberry naman na kasi.
Yep. Ano na rin, parang I also kind of get the mindset here, no? So same naman yung price pool, 1.5.
Yes.
So it's just really the placing now. And with
Mhm.
with Rigid, with Tiradores, both of them, wala naman na silang kailangan
Walang
patunayan
init.
eh.
Yes.
Hindi, wala na rin silang
Wala.
wala naman na silang kailangan pang ipamuka. They already
Yeah.
got those achievements. They already have those experiences, and those will really just speak up for themselves, right? Anything you
Yeah.
want to add on that, Siska?
And at the same time, hindi siya katulad ng, alam mo yun, example Leap and 4K. Wala siya sa ganung point na they need to prove something to the people watching right now. So, that's nice because actually this Battle of the Third is just for a friendly game for me. You know, parang friendly game na lang din siya. Sabi nga natin, it's the same prize pool. So, yeah, I do get that part na yung Rigid Esports just accepted
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we don't need to we don't need to play. In fact, tama tayo nang naisip that Sekre has some errands right now. Nasa
Yes,
labas
exactly.
pala si Sekre ngayon, kaya ganun yung scenario, nakatigil lamang si Sekre. So given, let's still, sabi ko nga ganun, sabi ko nga, even though you are a pro player, you still need to enjoy your life, and that's the best,
Oo.
part that you could ever made, even though you are a pro player. Spend time, enjoy, and this is just a tournament. Yes, there is some money, but the most important thing is you enjoyed everything.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, no. Hindi yung lulunurin mo yung sarili mo on just
Oo.
one topic or aspect of your life, because again, enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it and just be you, no. But
Yes.
with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that will now conclude our Immortal Esports Farm Drop Tournament Season 2 semifinals. So bukas naman gaganapin ang grand finals. Again, that's gonna be between Leap and Bound Onbu versus your Poison Ivy Achilles. So is the passive aggressiveness of Unbound will do the job, or the aggressiveness of Poison Ivy will shine really the most? So abangan natin yan bukas. Maraming salamat again to the sponsors, Immortal Esports, and to our organizers of Viva La Vida events, and of course sa ating production, that's gonna be Daddy Monch or Tunabas making this event happen. So thank you so much again. I'm Gamagori. Maraming salamat. Siska, anything you wanna add?
Thank you everyone for watching with us. I hope you guys will be available to watch tomorrow. It's gonna be the same casters but with Super Clark for sure.
Hopefully,
Again,
yes.
thank you everyone. Maraming salamat sa pagsuporta sa mga teams na meron tayo ngayon. Again, better luck next time sa mga players na hindi nakapasok or teams na nakapasok. But we are gonna look forward tomorrow night for the finals. Once again, this is our Immortal Esports Farmdrop Tournament. Thank you po. Maraming salamat.
Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you and GG's.